Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. It is Variety Night, and we do have, we'll say, a returning hero to the stream. It's Cards and Castles 2-time, just in time for a very recent patch, and not a small one. This is a big deal. In fact, normally I would go line by line through patch notes. I would be talking about all the different changes and all the different things that happened, but it is on such a monstrous scale you just kind of got to see it for yourself. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, definitely go check it out. You want to dive in, take a peek at all the changes, because there are some massive revamps that we'll be talking about through the night, but I'm very excited to just jump into some games. So what's going on, chat? How's everybody doing out there? Hope the start of your week is going well. I'm legitimately excited. Now, I do have to say this at the start, get it out there. They are sponsoring the stream. But I've mentioned this on a number of other streams. I've been kind of looking for an excuse to get back into Cards and Castles 2, and this is just as good as any. The whole hashtag sponsored is there, but I'm looking forward to seeing what's in here. Now, I did mention that we're going to talk a little bit about it, and I do want to start out with that. So I do have up here, if you can kind of see it, we'll switch gears here so that people can get a better peek, don't strain their eyes as much. So as mentioned, patch went in, well, on the 7th. So there's a number of things that are going on, including, here's a big deal, draft mode has been added to the game. That's actually pretty cool. Definitely very exciting. Hopefully we have enough in-game resources to try that out for tonight. Other than that, as mentioned, there's a lot of things. We'll call them philosophical changes. So if you scroll back earlier, the team has been putting the patch through its paces. This is going all the way back to last month. And clearly it has been in the works for some time before that. Now, one of the big things that has been pointed out, it's funny because contrary to virtually every other game that I've played in recent memory, aggro is seemingly pretty strong in Cards and Castles 2, and it had to get toned back. So there were definitely some changes here to how aggro and just general aggression strategies are going to work. Now, the goal, of course, and as mentioned, you can check this out in the official Discord. You can check it out on the official notes, or as I'm doing in client. The goal is not to completely cripple and remove aggro from the game. Instead, the whole point is that you want to be able to play the rest of the game, we'll say. So you want to be able to offer up the ability for someone who's more aggressive-minded, who wants to do things, have a high-velocity build that's low to the ground, but still give people the opportunity to participate in the rest of the game. Hence, some changes here. Now, notably, and I'm calling things out at a high level here, the starting HP of the castle got reduced to 20, which may seem to contradict what was going on, but the team felt that in conjunction with a number of changes that went into this, that this was the most appropriate path forward, and I'm willing to trust them to see how things go. Now, one thing I do want to call out that's more in general, as I'm just kind of scrolling through the notes here. If you look at the notes, and this is why I wanted to scroll through, there are a lot of thoughts here, a lot of communication going on, and including this actually came in yesterday, a minor hotfix, just correcting a couple things on End of Days, Salvation, and Dragon's Fire. Now, the big thing is that the team is communicating this stuff. It's both frequent patch notes, it's far more extensive patch notes than I've seen in many other games. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the team for that, because as somebody who streams as a hobby, as somebody who plays a lot of games, both in real life and digitally like this, you see a lot of different approaches, we'll say, to whether it's changes, whether it's community interaction, it's game design philosophy. And I just want to, give credit where credit is due. I definitely appreciate the communication from the team and maybe more notably, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know if I want to go that far, but notably, period. Maybe not more notably, but definitely notably, the willingness to change things when the team feels that the game is not going in the direction that they want to see. There's clearly a vision from the Cards and Castles 2 team, and they're trying to get to that vision. And they are willing to upend large portions of the game in order to make that happen. So shout out to them. Definitely like seeing that. It's definitely pretty cool. So we got things with numbers on them. Let's click on them. We got a new battle pass. We got a free pack. We got Dramoth the Eternal. What's in this? Ooh. It's cool that Dramoth is on the pack here. I just want to see what's at the end of the tunnel here. Epic and a random epic. All right, all right. Got some cool stuff in here. We got some cool stuff. Of course, the bottom track is the premium track. So, you know how that goes. What's going on in the shop? We got a free ticket for draft. I think we'll take those. We'll purchase our free ticket. And, of course, we had the bundles from before. Season Pass here. We're a little low on silver, so we're probably not doing that right now. But we'll come back to that. Now, we got some packs to open. I do want to try a draft. We'll see how we do. Why do I feel like this was different artwork? Am I crazy? Might be crazy. What's good, Eldritch? How you doing? All right, we got a few rares. Soul Prison. This one should look familiar to people. That one should look familiar to people. That was my preview card. That was my preview card. It was really cool. Ooh, little Lionel the Arbiter. All right, I see you. Some legendaries showing up here. You love to see it. Dig for treasure. Draw cards until you find one that costs 5. All right. You know, I've talked about it before. I know virtually nothing about One Piece. I know that it exists. I know it's an anime. I know that it's a card game, which is mainly the reason that I know anything is because it's a card game, and therefore, like, there's more... It's more on my radar. And this looks like the main character from there. I don't know. There's a lot of pop culture references in Cards and Castles, too, which is one of the things that I love about it. Yo, Merciless Santa. Let's go. All right, last pack, chat. Shiny rare. All right, all right. So, we could do a little draft. Doesn't look like the lobby's necessary. I'm not sure exactly how things look as far as, like, will the lobby show that it's a draft lobby, for example, or not. So let's do a little drafting. So entrants each build a one-time deck from random cards, then play matches until 7 wins or 2 losses. Earn more prizes for each game you win. Pretty standard for digital card games at this point since, way back when. I do like this mode, this sort of thing. There's always interesting discussions to be had about drafting and drafting formats because on the back end, as compared to somebody, as somebody who's done a huge number of real-life physical drafts, the digital version of drafting introduces some irregularities, we'll say. It causes certain things to happen or potentially happen that you wouldn't ordinarily see, which can be both a good and a bad thing, depending on your opinion for it. So we'll see how this draft goes. All right, so first faction. Pirates does give us access or potential access to a lot of AoE effects. Now, again, we haven't even looked at the cards to see what was changed individually, so we're just kind of winging it. Crusaders, Druids, I kind of want to go into Pirates. But all 3 of these factions offer something valuable. But given my inexperience with draft, specifically in Cards and Castles 2, let's just go with Pirates. All right, so we have Druids, Ninjas, and Warlocks. We don't really have any fire synergy. If we went Crusaders, we could go Warlocks and have some potential fire synergy. Druids, we're not going to have a ton of beast synergy, I don't think. Now, Ninjas did get one of their mechanics revamped to a degree. I don't know if revamp is too much or too little for the description, but And I did not read these notes out, so we could pause for a moment to talk about this. But the cliff notes for the patch are: the castle is going to start with 20 health instead of 25. Several existing cards had their wording consolidated under the new uncover keyword. So uncover, look at 3 cards, choose one to add to your hand. That's actually a cool change. I do like keywording of things. A new Viking keyword, shatter, has been added. Shattered units deal double damage to frozen enemies. Deal 1 damage to all enemies if they destroy the target. We may have to play against that, but we're not going to have to worry about it. We're choosing our cards. Here's what reminded me of this. The ninja keyword replace has been redesigned. It now simply transforms the target into the replace unit. This allows more ninja cards to interact the mechanic without overstuffing the game with bounce cards. As somebody who has played Lurkana, if you played Lurkana at all, you know the advantages of bouncing your own units. It can be very powerful. So that's actually a welcome change. Tombstones have been redesigned. They now spawn behind the player's castle in a row like a graveyard and are specifically owned by each player instead of a shared resource, we'll say, and are immune to most damage. Effects that consume tombstones to summon units no longer summon them at the position of the tombstone. Makes sense given their new repositioning. And many further small tweaks have been done to allow them to function more like a reliable resource that does not get in the way of gameplay. I think that's actually pretty good. I think that's pretty important because while it was cute and all, I'll body block them in with tombstones, it just feels like one of those things that's just too video gamey. Like you're not cheating, you're not breaking the rules, but it just doesn't feel right to a degree. So I like the way this works, and I especially love one particular word in there, reliable. So if you want to build something that focuses on tombstones, it sounds like we're going to have more of an opportunity. Again, we're not going to be taking necromancers in this, but we'll see if we can get in some constructed games, see how that goes. Charging units cleave will no longer strike the enemy castle or supply depot on the same turn they are played. Yeah, that's welcome. Charge units being a problem before. And the supply depot destroying the supply depot now draws a card from your own deck instead of copying an opponent's card. HP is increased to 5. So notably draw, not copy. These are, of course, not all the changes. These are just cliff notes. These are just some real quick things so to get it out at the front. We'll see how these impact the gameplay for this. Now, how does that change this? There are some on-played effects, like as it enters play, so ninjas could hypothetically get value, but again, we're not bouncing it, we're transforming into it, so maybe not as much. I'm inclined to go warlocks because they offer removal, and removal is king in limited, other than bombs, I guess. So we'll go with warlocks. All right, so we got Baby Dino, we got Burnout, we got Thief. We have 30 cards. I think Thief. It's a war cry. It also notably replaces itself to a degree. There's a chance we get something cool. So we'll take the Thief. We got some AoE damage. We got Uncover a Building. Here's the keyword showing up. Versus Troll Gunner, War Cry. If your max gold is 7 or more, gain +2/+2. So it could be a 4/5 for 2. I don't hate this. I mean, I don't know how much building synergy we'll get in Firestorm. I could see Firestorm being very playable. Probably Altar of Fire. Card draw is great. This is Death Strike. Summon 2 copies of this if you're... well, Murder Fish. I don't know how often we're going to be going really low. Pterodactyl is probably not going to get it done here? Question mark. Odds are we're not getting enough. I mean, we do draw a card off this, though. Like, this immediately replaces itself. I feel like the Death Strike just has too much potential, even though we're going mono pirates, apparently. I really am not a huge fan of Pyromancer. Mugging, deal 1 damage, gain 1 treasure. This seems pretty good. Troll Toll could... I'm going to go with Mugging. I really want to take Troll Toll, but we probably will catch people unaware, so maybe it would have been better there. Ooh, Reckless Pyromancer seems real strong. Sizable body, has charge. Yeah, we take some damage, but who cares? Now, that's more notable given the reduction in castle health, so we'll have to see how this plays out. But draw 3 cards, keep any sea monsters drawn, discard the rest. We haven't seen a single sea monster yet. And, yeah, we're not doing School of Time. We're definitely taking Reckless Pyromancer. Foil, by the way. Man the Cannon. Oh, this is tough. So I explicitly wanted to go Pirates for Man the Cannons, but Magmasaur is so good. It also notably got changed. This was a 5-cost 5/2. This is now a 6-cost 4/5. But so did Man the Cannons. This was 5-cost, deal an AoE set of damage to your opponent, but now it's fire cannonballs that deal 2 damage at 3 random enemy units. If you still have less units, fire 2 more. This is tough. I just feel like I got to take the Magmasaur. Magmasaur is a little more consistent. We don't have any Last Will units yet. We could try and set this up to make sure we have essentially 2 copies of a given thing. Sea Hag is self-bounced to a degree. Do we want ship? I feel like Shipboard Gunner might actually be very challenging to deal with, so we're going to take that as kind of a late-game threat. We could go another Murderfish. Do we want Murderfish? We'll take Murderfish. Double Murderfish. I feel like we're getting a lot of the same packs, air quotes. We'll take the body. We don't... Third Murderfish? Third Murderfish? I don't know if Great White Shot... Well, we could set some things up like mugging into Great White Shot, run something into Great White Shot. I'm just taking the third Murderfish. Triple Murderfish? We don't really have any fire spells, so this is likely not going to work. We're probably just taking the Fire Drake. We take it now. We'll take the mugging, I guess. Mischievous Imp could produce a lot of value. We only can get Warlock spells, but there's a lot of good Warlock spells. Versus the Salahar Voyager. Warcry. Increase your max gold by 1 if you have 10, draw a card. This is ramp. I kind of want this. I kind of want the Voyager. Our curve is getting a little high up there, but we're leaning into the fact that aggro has been nerfed a little bit, so we'll see. I definitely want the Wizard, I think. When your turn ends, gain a random neutral unit with +1/+1 last 2 turns. Brewery is interesting. Wizards, I was going to say more consistent, but they're both random, so I don't know. War Cow seems good. Chat, did you know that cows watch sunsets? And they have complex social relationships? And that cows exhibit mourning behavior? I don't know if my wife can hear me, but she'll know what those things mean. Cast a random spell costing 3 or less on another unit. I don't know that I like that. When an enemy unit tries to attack, it takes 3 damage. That could be pretty cool. I think we're taking War Cow. I value in limited bodies very highly, so we'll see if this matters. Ooh, Minotaur got changed. Last will do 1 damage to all of the units. This has charge now. It no longer has Guardian. I just want to do this. It's a 6/9. Nice. This only lasts 2 turns now. I'm going to go with Thief. Thief is air quotes card draw. Move a unit 1 space or deal 1 damage. That seems pretty cool. Like, this could set up... This actually seems really sick. Or the potential for it seems really sick. Like, you can manipulate the board in some interesting ways. I haven't seen any other traps yet other than Sneak Attack, so I wonder if that's the only one available. Well, there are a number of Warlock traps, so we may not have... It may not be as obvious to our opponent what we have. Or if they're like me, they'll never remember. I don't think Cannoneers... I mean, Cannoneer is cool, but I don't know. I don't know if we need another one. I kind of want to take Typhoon Burst. We're going to take Typhoon Burst. We have a lot of ping effects. Ooh. Captain Harker, Loremaster Tarius, or Doomship. Yo, Loremaster Tarius in this might be insane. This might legitimately be insane. Also, I don't... How difficult would it be after you summon 7 more units? Is Doomship busted in this? Doomship might be, like, all of enemy cards cost one more. All of these are real good. I'm taking Lore Master Tarius strictly for the memes, chat. I'm leaning into Doomship is probably the best here because summoning 7 more guys may not be that difficult. And this thing, like, in limited, this might be impossible to deal with or close to impossible. We're going to go with Tarius. All right, Mercenary Execution now deals 5. Dagger Storm, pretty solid. We don't need a 4th Murderfish, I don't think. I once drafted versus someone with double Lore Master. It was a nightmare. Oh, boy. That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds ridiculous. We have a lot of targeted removal. We have a lot of pings. We'll take the Execution. Again, with a Murderfish. On principle, I refuse to take Final Flash. Memes or not, content or not. I'll take the other random thing instead. Which is so dumb. Oh my. The game just strictly wants me to have Murderfish. This is no joke, like the 7th Murderfish we've been presented. It's Murderfish.deck. Honestly, it's a sea monster, so maybe I should have been taking these guys. Is Friendly Giant... We don't really have a... I mean, we have the Thief. Well, 2 copies of Thief. We don't really have a lot of stuff to maintain our hand size. We have a couple things, but not a ton. So this guy feels like he's not going to do a lot. I can't believe this. We're taking a 4th Murderfish. Ooh, Salahar Spitefish. This gives us a... It's the first spell. It's just the first spell. I think I want School of Magic. Ooh, we get the Doomship coming back. Parker again and Dread Pirate Robbins. So I wonder, because we got presented 2 sets of legendaries thus far. All 3 were pirates. So I did, ahead of time, I wanted to go in clean. We're getting the freshest, hottest takes, like usual. I'm assuming that it's only presenting stuff from your primary faction and does not offer secondary. Or maybe we just got lucky. It's entirely possible the Dread Pirate hits nothing, so I think we're going with Doomship. Leviathan. I don't know that Leviathan, like, it's obviously crazy, but we're not really set up to play it for 5, let alone dupe it or anything like that. I'm going to go with the Drake. Helps lower our curve. That'll ramp us. We're getting a Leviathan again. Maybe we just take the Leviathan and we'll have 2 10 drops. All right, we got some big boys. All right. Okay, so I take it back. You can definitely... Ooh, Headmaster got a stat buff. My man hit the gym. Destroy a unit, your castle... Ooh, Dark Matter. Whoa. 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 Do we have any way to generate contraband? I don't think we've even seen a card with the word contraband on it, other than things that say, if you have contraband. I mean, I guess we do have some ways. We're going to take the dragon. Ooh, Commodore Crab. No more overwhelm. War Cry. For this turn only, deal 2 damage to all enemies each time you play a fire spell. Interesting. Evolution. I feel like Crab is the best option. It also gives a pseudo... Like, it's a body with removal. We have possibly a fire spell. We don't really have much. This got bigger. This hit the gym. I mean, we could try Final Flash. We're not doing Final Flash, chat. I just refuse, but I guarantee we're going to lose to it. Fencer seems fine. One thing I'm a little concerned about... Flame Knight also got changed. One thing I'm a little concerned about is that, again... The aggro, more aggressive strategies have been allegedly nerfed. Well, not allegedly, the devs have said so. So my question is, am I a little too low? Like, maybe I should have been going for higher cost, more value things? I'm not sure. We'll take the Flame Knight. And we'll go with the Skull Fortress. All right, here we go, chat. While we're queued up... Never mind. Right into the game. All right, well, we have a bunch of 2-drops, so we're going to try and go find them. Actually, we're going first. Right? I definitely want to keep this and murder fish. Maybe throw these back. Oh, we definitely did not want that Leviathan. Not right now. Okay, we're going second. Never mind. Lore Master Taria's battles. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We don't need to ramp these. We could go... no, we're going to play the Drake. I was going to say we could go 3-drop, 3-drop, but I think we want to go Drake and then try and shoot up the curve and drop some stuff. Like, we actually... Maybe we should have taken that second Leviathan. We do have a bunch of things that generate stuff. This is notably a 3-2 now. I'm not going to waste the blast on this yet. Not just yet. So their Necro Warlock. We'll have to see what the new tombstones do. Although in draft, I guess, if you're not... You don't start with the 4-2 guy. I don't know if he's a 4-2 anymore. If you don't start with the tombstone guy, maybe you just don't have tombstones? Question mark? I'll have to see how the revamp for that works. Which, come to think of it, may not be very good then in draft. Because it may just be like the... So, if Necros, and again, we didn't go through the card pool to look at all the changes, but... Wait, what did you just do? Well, that's obnoxious. I'm going to try and continue to play on curve. Coin denied? Yeah, exactly. Man, what a jerk. We're just going to play the wizard. We got the mortar. So what I was going to say is that the Necros were a faction that had a ton of cards that reference tombstones. So in draft, if you cannot find the guy that guarantees tombstones, you could be in a weird spot. But, again, since we didn't look at the cards, maybe some of this changed. So we'll have to see. That is not what I wanted to see. That's a cool 2-for-1 right there. And not in our favor. Womp womp. Admittedly, we drew a card off the wizard, so that's fine. We got the treasure off of the Drake. But we're even on cards right now. We'll be +1 technically. So a trap. I don't know what necromancer traps there are, but warlock, there's several things, and you know what it's going to be. It's going to be rune trap, and I'm going to be so annoyed when I land on it. I don't want to have to kill this thing. So we're going to play this defensively. It has to be here or here, I think. Actually, do we not want them to hit this? We're going to do this. We're going to play this defensively. We can Magmasaur this next turn. Because this pushed us up a gold. And we can Magmasaur it without having to burn the treasure. So, like I said, the goal here is just powering out Leviathan as quickly as possible. I do, again, wonder if in retrospect, because I didn't realize quite how many ramp cards we had. I think we might have just been fortunate to have drawn these ramp cards. Immune to most damage. I'm assuming that means AoE specifically. Use a tombstone, add a random skeleton to your hand. So they drew a skeleton here. We could blow this up and then trade here to clear the board. I don't know that I really want that. You can't attack them either. So can I target it with, like, this? It has 1 health, so there has to be ways to get at it. I just don't know what they are. No, you can't. Ooh, all right. So those tombstones are pretty tanky. All right, so clearly this guy's got to go. I think we're just going to mortar. I don't know what happened back here. I think we clear the board. Okay, so that added a tombstone. Oh, so I guess you don't need the guy to do it anymore. Guess you don't need the guy to do it. I should not have put that there. I should have put it here. You can destroy them if Brynolf bumps something into them, or if your opponent has more than 5, you can attack the extra ones. Okay. I mean, it does say that. Oh, so wait, you cannot keep more than 5 tombstones at once. So it does not automatically, like, if, say you get a 6th tombstone, it doesn't just self-immolate, which is kind of how I assumed it was going to work based on this. For anybody watching the YouTube video later, Chad is coaching me along, helping me along with some of the new mechanics. Whenever this slays an enemy, take a copy of a random card in opponent's hand. Yeah, I definitely don't want that happening. Destroys all extras at end of turn. Okay. All right, so we can kill this guy out of combat. That'll let us do this. You knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen, but that's okay. So the advantage here is, I mean, they can get this, which is kind of annoying. But the new Magmasaur will eat the Bone Drake and live. We are up on cards on our opponent now. We have a Death Strike minion. We have a Leviathan, which I don't know how challenging that's actually going to be for them to deal with. All right, they're electing to draw a card, which we have the option to next turn as well, hypothetically anyway. We also have the Minotaur. This guy has gone through several iterations of changes, which is pretty cool. I think my favorite one was when he drew a card, but Double Strike seems pretty good too. Plus, he's got that big butt. Deal 2 damage to enemy unit. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. Might have to trade this here. Or we're not going to trade. Because that is a Headless Horseman. Random friendly unit takes 3 damage. Okay. So they have a lot of tombstones. Like, more tombstones than I feel comfortable with them having access to. So this will trade 1 for 1 with this. Well, let's draw a card first. Got another Murderfish. All right, Murderfish, go. Troll Gunner, give 8. Because I want to be able to go 10-drop into 10-drop, I think. So... be like 3... 3... 2? Question mark? There's an argument to have held one of the murder fishes. Because this is probably not going to get buffed. So, like, playing one of these is likely better. Could have alternatively gone Spell Surge into one of these. That way we're holding on to a murder fish so that way we can, you know, get down to... we get down to 10 cards, we can get extra copies. Which will eventually happen, unless this guy just goes bananas. Because remember, only 20 health now. Much smaller health pool to try and preserve. Like, you probably have to trade a fish into it, which kind of sucks, because you don't want to do that. Like, if you have the option, you probably don't want to do that, right? Oh, boy. Random skeletons. Well, we lucked out for the most part. I don't know if, like, it's possible this is the skeleton they got earlier off of whatever the thing they had was. All right, so... Game. There we go. You're a 4-3. We can't quite reach. So we probably want to play the Leviathan. We'll run this fish in here. This guy will hit the castle. This kills this, and this trades with Norabon, I think. Is probably our most effective turn. And then we have the Minotaur for follow-up to make sure that the Leviathan tries to connect. Like, I could try and get cute and, could have tried to get cute and, like, kill the skeletal crewman and then try and get something else, obviously, like this runs in and kills it, although because it's Death Strike, it ends up taking the Squire with it. But our opponents suddenly, like, they still have more cards than I'm comfortable with. All right, they're just going to straight up take 10. Okay. Get there, I guess. Remember, Chargers will not be able to attack. By the way, they have way too many tombstones again. Why do they have so many? And I don't know why, but... I think the I mean, I'm a big Necromancer fan, but, like, I think the skeletons are just adorable. They're funny to me. Hey, look at this guy. Look at this little derpy guy. I don't know if they got something off of that. I think they did, because I'm pretty sure they had 5 cards. Ooh, this guy changed. I think he only had 1 attack before, right? The whole goal was to, like, try and buff him. All right, all of a sudden they have a much more threatening board presence that I'm not a fan of. Doomship maybe wasn't a great draft. I thought the game was going to stall a little bit more than it seems to have. This is 7, 8. Plus whatever that's... So the Minotaur is going to die. I think what we need to do is something like this. You're a 4-3. For you. Like, the longer we wait on the Doomship, the more useless it is. So it ends up being not great. Like, I thought this would be a good stalemate breaker, but it doesn't appear that the game is going that way. Our opponent is suddenly up 1,000,000 cards. Like, we kind of just got outvalued here. Like, the Norabon was really good. The Norabon was really good. I'm very curious as to whether the Norabon was, like, if they actually drafted that or they got it off of whatever, and I don't think we can go back far enough, whatever card ate a tombstone to give him a skeleton. I hate this card so much. I hate this card so much. Are we about to get bodied by madness? I think we're about to get bodied by madness. I don't think the log will show you. Oh, they're going to attack? Because they could have just hypothetically walked away, right? Ooh, so it won't attack. How long does the madness last? Because it doesn't show on here. Only for 1 action. That's what I thought. So our opponent has 10 cards in hand. It might as well be 1,000,000. Did I do this in the wrong order? Oh, no, this was already on the board. Never mind. I was like, why am I only at 5? It was because this guy, I didn't play him this turn. I did not play that guy this turn. Ooh, you know what would be funny? Doomship plus the murder fish, because it'll summon an extra copy. That would be a really funny way to close a game out, chat. That would actually be hilarious. Are you serious? Screams of the Fallen? Created by Lore Master Tarius. Not like this. Oh, no. Not like this. Oh, my God. Get out of here. All right, so we probably have to play the Minotaur, right? Just to soak up some extra damage. I know I'm damaging my own guys by doing this, but... if I lose to Screams of the Fallen in draft... Alright, we didn't just lose on the spot, but we're still not in a great shape. No! Well, they're in range. They're in range. As long as I don't have removal for this. We have a couple more turns. Mugging does not help me much here. Deal 10 damage to a unit and split excess damage randomly. Oh, because it's inert. It doesn't... It's inert, so it dodged the dragon fire. Wow. Does this deal face damage? We're about to find out. Tell me this deals face damage. That deals face damage! Get wrecked! That deals face damage! Get wrecked! I mean, under normal circumstances, this probably is not great. That it could potentially deal face damage. Oh, that's really bad. That is not good. They are at 1. Top deck mugging? Didn't top deck a mugging. Top deck. Deal 3 damage to a unit if it's discarded. Play its effect. Oh, if this is discarded. Oh, we just do this and win, right? Who said that Doomship wasn't going to work? Who has 2 thumbs and thought Doomship wasn't going to get it done this game? This guy. All right, chat. 1 win in the bag. 1 win in the bag. Doomship lethal pog. Get that drop of the Doomship. Just boom. All right, we got a bunch of things to click through. All right, we're getting right into a game. Let's go draft mode. Or not. I heard the noise, so I thought it was immediately sending us in. What is happening on this board? Uncover a dinosaur. Okay, so multiple dinosaurs have gotten changed, because this got changed when played. So do you get the war cry? What just happened? Oh, transform all... Okay, I misread this. I might have drafted this. Also, it says all units, so I thought it was going to be my opponent's units as well as mine. And that is apparently not true. So evolution looks cool. But, so say you play Baby Dino, it transforms into the Raptor. Do you get the Raptor war cry? I don't remember exactly how that functions. You don't. Okay. I didn't think you did, but I wasn't sure. It counts as a summon. Warcry only works when played from hand. That's what I thought. Like, that's what I remembered. But alright, so I don't think we saw any of the legendaries from Tarius in the last game. We did see our opponent's ones. You gotta play where the summon card specifies. That's what I figured. He just got 9 Drakes from Dremoth in draft or in regular play. Because in draft, that seems busted. In regular play, that seems like you probably should be setting that up every game, right? In draft, all right, that feels unfair. That seems unfair. Only enter the battlefield effect in the game right now. I think it's Kraken. Well, Kraken gets played off a spell, so that makes sense, right? Unless Kraken changed. But yeah, that makes sense. So I would say, I meant to say this at the top, and hopefully people have made it this far in the YouTube video, but I think my code is still active, my sponsored code, RTchomp. So if you want to get some free packs. For the people hanging out here on the Twitch stream, I get the sense that you may have played some Cards and Castles, so you may not be eligible for that code, but go ahead and give it a try. Obviously, if you already used it, then you're not going to get more. Sorry. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Actually, I am kind of sorry. I wish you could get more packs. Okay. Dancing Sword seems good. It's a copy, right? Yeah, it's a copy. So they still have access to Dancing Swords. Okay, so they have a fire spell because they just got something back. They just got something back. This is a 3-1. We could probably do this and then Typhoon Burst this guy. We probably have to trade here, or maybe we just play the War Cow. I think it's probably better to play the War Cow. And then, like, continue advancing our board. Like, this definitely goes away. We definitely face check there, depending on what we draw. Again, I don't really want to burn the metal until we have to. I think we literally have no ways to generate contraband unless we pull them from the thief. And we, of course, pulled a red card from the thief, which is one of our colors. So what's going on, Chad? Have you had a chance to play with the update a whole lot? Have you been enjoying it thus far? Draft mode seems kind of dope. It also looks like our opponent kind of maybe timed out. All right, maybe we should we wizard first? Maybe we wizard first and then War Cow. Enjoying it a lot? Nice. You love to see it. All right, we're gonna shank that guy. There is a chance that the wizard just goes, oops, I'm dead for some reason. We're gonna play it safely back here. Getting the War Cow online this turn, though, might have been better because then we could hypothetically play something and then run it in next turn if there's something better to kill than this, thereby immediately getting value out of the last will. There's a risk that we play this on a board and then they're either able to kill everything else and then the cow, or, you know, we just don't have anything. This is what I was afraid of. Ew, that seems not good for us. Yo, Luffy with the resub Squirrel Supremacy. Welcome back. 29 months with that sub. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. The Luffy. Welcome back, Luffy. Welcome back. All right, we're gonna mug this guy. Better have my money. Where's my money? Luffy's kind of covering for this guy with that resub. Berserk. Berserk. This is what I didn't want to have. Ooh, I didn't realize that it hit these. That's pretty cool. I miss old flame entity. I could summon 21 squirrels in one round. Sometimes it's for the best. Sometimes it's for the best. Do we Typhoon Burst this guy? I don't love that. And I also would have put this guy down. I should have put this guy down there. Should have put that guy down there. That was kind of silly. I don't want to burn the gold, I don't think. We could ramp out Vileroth next turn. I think I can still do Maldren's Scream, though, with chickens. Fair. That's fair. There's tons of funny stuff to have happen. You know what's funny is I did change my name on Twitch, because pretty much explicitly because of Cards and Castles 2. Because there's supposed to be 2 Gs, and it kind of bothered me. So I'm like, hey, I'll just change it, and I put RTchomp GG/TTV. I figured people would figure it out. Like, if you're on Twitch, you probably know, right? And it didn't pick it up. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. It's not like a big deal. If I actually read this card, I would have realized that other units have +1 attack, so it requires this guy being out there instead of... So, like, I would have positioned this differently. This guy seems really strong and potentially strong in draft. Got a little Witch's Hut action. Puppy still hasn't... She doesn't want to hang out in the basement the last few days. Didn't want to hang out in the basement the last few days. What? That's problematic. Speaking of the new replace mechanic. So this will summon the raptor. How do we deal with this guy? That's a big boy. Like, we probably just Vileroth, right? And then have to man-fight this thing. We could instead run the Pyromancer, the Firemancer? Pyromancer? That's not a thing. Run that in here. Maybe we do that. Yeah, the Raptor's a 2/1. We did have to burn one of the treasure, but that's fine. We still have this. And we got a Murderfish, chat. This thing is actually hilarious to me. It's literally a sword with a cutlass. Or a sword with a cutlass. A fish with a cutlass. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now, Luffy. There's a draft mode. So when you log in, you get 1 free draft. I don't know how much it costs to do a draft normally. Ooh, what is this? You have no other units, gain +2/+2. So you're just a 6 dude. We could just trade here. What are the odds that they put a rune trap on one of these spaces? Probably pretty good, right? Probably pretty good. Really? I did not see that coming. Okay, so it might not be a rune trap, maybe. It might not be a rune trap. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, I take that. I'm taking that. All right, we're gonna uncover a building. Probably armory. So we're gonna troll gunner. And we're gonna armory because this is free cards. And like at this point, the ramp, I mean it matters, but this guy we're gonna wait a couple more turns for. Got a mortar. Oh, mortar's an item? That is hype. 1350 point. Yeah, but is it silver or card points? For Hearthstone, you draft a deck, then queue into all the people playing arena mode, doing its best to match with people with the same number of wins as you. Is that it here? I'm not sure, but I presume it's similar to that. It's going to try and match you against people with similar records. But Let me see if I can find it while we're waiting for our opponent. I think so. Not entirely sure because I haven't played it yet. I'm more of a constructed player. I'm more of a constructed person also, but I will draft when, you know, like it's fun to give it a try, right? I'm definitely more of a constructed person, but especially since I want to learn more of the new cards, this gives you the opportunity to potentially see more stuff. Because sometimes it's a little daunting to just go, all right, let's see what all the changes are. And you go into the collection and every card's changed or something. And it's a lot to absorb. This allows you to, it's like, oh, that changed. Well, what does that mean? And then you can immediately play it or see it interact. There's definitely merits to either approach, but I think there's value in doing it this way. Sorry, I'm trying to skim Discord as we're talking. All right, our opponent's under the gun here. So we could play this and just spit some damage at him, but I think I'd rather just drop Bileroth and say, I don't think there's a board clear they can play. Yo, that entrance is sick. Who cares? It's just a 6'8". It's a big boy. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're in trouble. We're going to clear the board. Or we're going to clear a path anyway. Actually, I've been playing 90% draft mode in Hearthstone lately, so I'm going to get into this. Nice. All right, so we need to be able to connect here. How can we do that? I mean, this clears this guy. So we do this first. Then we... It's funny because it's like, if it has 0 attack, it dies. It's also giving -5 health, so like... We could just play Commodore, right? Oh no, Commodore can't. Yeah, so we just Mortar. Or not, because this summons something and I wasn't thinking. Is there... Oh, we can do this, though. We have lethal. There's lethal to be had, chat. Get dragoned. Oh, I love the breath attack. It's just puke. It just straight up pukes. It's lethal with Fencer. Yeah, we got there eventually. It just took me a minute. Took me a minute to recognize. It's not doing bad, chat. It's doing okay. I mean, it's only 2 games. 2 games. The first game looked way dicier. The second game, our opponent stumbled a fair amount, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Oh, wait. We'll throw the Troll Gunner back. We have Thief on, too. Alright, so we're up against Crusader Druid. We drew the Lore Master. Again, I don't think we saw any legendaries. From the Lore Master, that is. This looks like a new castle. I don't remember seeing this castle before. Could be wrong. Northwood Ranger. Have an injured unit, deal 3 damage amongst all. This thing is sick! It only costs 3? I mean, this guy seems pretty good. I'm not an expert or anything, but like, this guy seems pretty good. It only costs 3? This feels like it should cost at least 5. Admittedly, it requires you to have played another card and also have that card live, and then also they have to be in a position for it to generate value and like a bunch of ifs, but still, like, seems pretty good. So we could ramp out the Voyager, but I don't know that that's necessary. This is just going to trade here, question mark? I think we do this, and we play a Murderfish. If they want to try and do something cute, the Murderfish will run into it, and then we'll find a way to deal with the Peasant. Okay, that's less than ideal. Is that 4 mana to gain only 1 max gold? Yeah, so it's 4 mana, but you increase the max gold, so you don't get it this turn, you get it next turn. Now remember, you cap at 10 total. So it's... I can't think of the Hearthstone card for the comparison, but I'm going to say Rampant Growth. Like in Magic. Oh, no, yeah, it's a body also. It's also a body. It's not just strictly that. that would be a little like that. That'd be a little worse. Be a little worse. I was like, my God, how bad? How could it be that bad? There's also a spell. The spell costs 3. Fair. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me referencing other games. You know, the whole hashtag sponsored thing. But it's also, as people are in chat asking questions, it makes sense to, of course, respond with examples and things from other games where that's where they're coming from, you know. That sort of thing. Why do you cost less? Oh, for each enemy unit. That's why. That's actually pretty dope right now. So, yes, you can go and play. We will War Cow? Question mark? Yeah, sure, we'll War Cow. So the War Cow probably ends up trading for the Murder Fish. Funnily enough, for core rotation Hearthstone, they remove the ramp for Druid. It's very weird. That's weird. Hearthstone's always been kind of weird. Wait, what the hell just happened? Deal 1 damage and 2 enemy. That is... What? What? Get out of here. Okay. Repeat until 1 dies, kills both. Yeah. I mean, they both had the same amount of health, so that's why. Like, I get why it worked that way, but that does not make it less frustrating! Do we play the 5/9, or do we... I think we play multiple bodies. I did this wrong, because this counts as a spell, doesn't it? Does the coin count as a spell? You love that card, the Sniper? This is not a card I remember. So, like, this card seems really good. This card seems really, really good. What? No, Deadeye got buffed? This is... Okay. I think we have to Northwood Ranger just to get rid of this idiot. Which I hate to do, but like... Oh, it's amongst all enemies? Oh, I got lucky then. I misread this. I thought it was just deal 3. I read too quickly. That could have been really bad. Like, there could have been a world where it only hit this once or didn't hit it at all. So that was super duper lucky. Shout out to RNG. Deal 2 damage to all enemy units, then heal allies for 2. God damn. Stop. They're up like 1,000,000 cards. I'm not a huge fan of this particular scenario. Is it worth... It's 2 damage to all enemies, so, like... I'm sure they have no late game cope. Yeah, exactly. I guess we just trade here. It was going to happen anyway, and there's a world in which it's not actually a trade. Like, they somehow buff their idiot, or they can just remove it, and then they maintain a guy. So we're down 1,000,000 cards. That guy is large. We cannot kill that thing easily. We can try and man-fight it. He's a chonky boy! He's a big boy. Remember when we could have had 2 Leviathans? And I said, that'll never work. Mistakes may have been made. It's a big yikes. Big yikes. You know what's funny is our opponent is, like, really thinking about their turns, which... I don't know whether to be concerned, because on one hand, it could be like, oh, they put a 10-10 on the board. What am I going to do about that? Or it could be, I have 9,000 options to remove that. Which is the most efficient? One of those scenarios is better for us than the other, chat. Well, unless you're rooting against me, in which case, maybe that scenario is better for you. I don't know. You're probably picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, yeah, about that no late game. Lol. So this will kill here. This could kill here, but then it dies. We could also just run the Minotaur in here. This'll deal 4. It's not enough yet. I don't know if this is worth. If they couldn't deal with it at 10, I'm hoping they can't deal with it at 8. It's about to play a 1-2 and kill your boy? Yeah, he's going to play the same 1-2, and it's going to find a way to kill him. Doesn't it, like, it said until one of them dies, right? So, does that work? I can't get back to the far... I got to see the wording again. So, like, if they only have one guy on the board, will it just straight up kill that guy? Ow? That's concerning. Oh my god, dude. The whole deck is late game. Yes, it does work that way? Okay. Dude, the whole deck is late game. Stop. I don't know how we kill this thing now. Well, this has Guardian. So, like, that is a potential out. Didn't play around a meta deck. Oops, my bad. My bad. All right, so we do this. Dude, that is not remotely where I wanted that to land. All right, so we gotta hope that this is enough. And then we can Magmasaur next turn to remove it. And then we have to try and race this guy somehow. Why do they... Oh, yeah, they have a million cards because he gave them all the Drakes. So why do they have a million cards? Dude, what? Get out of here! Yo, that dwarf is busted. That dwarf is so good. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I didn't... what was that dwarf? So that dwarf is a 3-cost. I don't know if I could have clicked on it there, but that dwarf is a 3-cost 2/3. Then when it comes out, you kill the opposing guy with the least health. So you could produce a bunch of peasants to protect them. But in draft, it's like if you're trying to curve out, you just punch their lowest guy, kill it, and then just go, okay, snipe the biggest guy, because that's the one that's left. That dwarf is so good. So I guess I should have punched... Hey, Scrungle, what's good? I don't know. I don't think, in retrospect, that it was incorrect to push with the Leviathan. Like, I don't think there's any way to know that they have Dramoth, right? Like, what are the odds they have Dramoth, get the Freeze Drake, and then can just push with the stupid tree? They also had way... So this is a good takeaway, though. Odds were 100%. I mean, obviously. I mean, of getting the Freeze Drake, probably. Because depending on how many cards they had in hand. Well, actually, I don't know exactly how that random works. Whether it's true random or it's like, oh, you already got one of these, so you can't get it again. But it is an important takeaway that that person had like a lot of late game stuff. They did get a ton of removal guys, though, that are also, even the dwarf, you don't want to waste it on like a peasant, but it can help stabilize early on and then allow you to get to that late game. And all of those guys had Guardian. The tree had Guardian. The Shiva had Guardian. Dramoth had Guardian. So even if you're able to pressure their life total, if they can get to those late turns and you can't remove the threat immediately to close the game out, they're going to stabilize with a huge Guardian and then play more Guardians. Guardian's a very annoying mechanic in this game. Well, I heard Taunt is cheat. the proto memes from the ancient times. Getting a little bit longer of a queue here this time, so we can actually, like... So I was trying to be lower to the ground because I didn't want to miss early game drops, but I don't know how important that is, like how valuable the tempo is. If there's a ton of 187 creatures like that dwarf, or like that really where we lost the game was that sniper. Because that artillery guy and just the other body that I think it killed the war cow at the time. Those would have been important elements, not like they're going to win the game on their own, but they would have put us... We had better footing with them out. Cards and Castles 2 would be free on Steam. It would be, yeah. By the way, you probably haven't seen it, Scrungle, but if my code is still active, RTchomp, you can get 5 free packs. Because, you know, hashtag sponsored. Although they are sponsoring the stream. They are sponsoring this stream. All right, we're going first for the first time in this draft. We're on elimination, chat. Wait, so do you need the Reaper to have tombstones? Because I don't remember the opponent who had tombstones. I don't remember them having a Reaper. You do need it. Okay, maybe I must have been looking at chat and I just missed it. I'm going to do a draft and try and snipe you. You better do it quick. Because, do we need to probably just play a body, right? Like, we'll just do this. I don't know that there... Well, maybe we should have played the Fencer. I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably only be able to do this one draft. I don't have enough resources right now, or at least I don't think I do to do another one. Either you need Reaper or Cemetery, but each Cemetery only summons 3. Okay. Well, but they had to have had Reaper because they got more tombstones. If I'm understanding you correctly. This card is hilarious. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so they had Reaper. I keep thinking I hear the dog behind me, but... Oh, no, not like this. Do I kill this thing? I don't know. Is this worth the Mercenary Execution? Because I don't want to play the Murder Fish into it, because that seems like a waste. Maybe we just play this. It's just another body right now. And it's big enough that it's not going to trade 1-for-1 with this. They need to get help. And if they decide to trade for the cow, at least this becomes a 4-5, meaning that it doesn't just get... Oh, I guess the Drake will be gone. I was going to say it doesn't get offed by a peasant, but it also needs to take more damage beyond that. Stop playing stuff. Stop doing stuff. All right, so they elected to do this now. So I think we shipboard. Do we trade the Fencer for this idiot? I kind of feel like we make a peasant. And then this way I can Typhoon burst this if they try to get value trades. Chose Druids now to pick Pirates, Crusaders, or Vikings, and now that I'm looking at this, that makes it way more fun than a Hearthstone draft. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Entirely unrelated. Entirely unrelated to the stream, but I had a game where I chased around an erratic with a sucky and won. You could play Skyfall over the last few turns of it. I don't even know how. Like, how did you manage that to even happen? That's so weird. In Hearthstone, you just pick the highest win rate class at the start and then pick the obviously better card. I mean, unless you really want to be picking bad cards, you're probably picking the better card here, unless you don't know what you're doing. All right, so this has Shatter now. It has Cleave, deals double damage, frostbitten targets when one dies, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Okay. So this will end up trading here. We can just off this guy, dude, though. And we're going to go here. This faces the place. We Typhoon Burst here. We execute. I want to get the Doom Ship online, so maybe we Doom Ship first. We definitely do this. And then this guy will get executed on the next turn, but the sooner we can get this online, the better, right? Like, this is an enormous amount of damage. Like, absolutely enormous. First card is Squirrels. I'm living high. Yo, let's go, Squirrels.deck and draft. Yo, second card, Maldran. Get out of here, Luffy. Living the dream here. Luffy living the dream. Didn't even read the others. There's no need. There's just no need. So we execute this guy, I think. Like, is it worth running the Fencer in here yet? Probably not. I want to protect the Murder Fish. Maybe we get the Adept online, though. I think you take the trade. What, the Murder Fish into this thing? It's possible. Unless you meant the Fencer. The Fencer would have been better. It's Jover. I've been sucked into the Cheese and Crumbs 2 vortex. Yeah, getting that thing off the board probably was better. Is this summon an undead unit with cost equal to this unit's attack? Okay. Oh, they went face. Huh, okay. Well, we have our Dramoth. How do we eliminate this guy? So this is a 2/4 Warcry. Use a Tombstone to deal 1 damage to all other units, so it doesn't matter. So we play Murderfish. Does summoning a peasant count as playing a card? I assume not. See, the problem is this is going to summon yet another undead, which is super obnoxious. So you here. You... I guess there are worse things. I guess there are worse things that could have popped out of that. But again, our opponent has 1 billion cards. Why do you have so many cards? Admittedly, this will come online soon. Alright, so trading the Horseman for the Murder Fish, that was... Yeah, and they soak the damage here. Dramoth could be pretty huge. You have a Drammy at least? Yeah, I mean, I can't complain too much, right, chat? This is more for the sake of the stream to be like, oh my god, it's so stressful, but, like, I'm just gonna slam Dramoth, right? I'm gonna slam Dramoth and hope that the airship and artillery can get there because lol face damage. Okay, maybe not for a little bit, but... I love how Lore Master is just poking away at the castle, 1 brick at a time. Polar Bear. They don't have a frost spell, apparently. This... I believe this can target face. Fairly certain that can target face. But we're going to remove bodies here. Only units. So then what's the verbiage for it can hit anything? Like anything. Wait, what? In your hand or the battlefield, get out of here. Yeah, a lot of people are liking that, Scrungle. Oh my god. Do we have to Dramoth here? I think we Dramoth first. Eternal Phoenix is good. It sounds like a good card. I don't know what that card is, but it sounds like it would be good. No, that's a wrong... because I didn't remove that. All right, so how many are 0? Your next Drake is free. Okay. So this... I can't eat their tombstone with this, correct? I'm assuming I can't. Chat's confirming I can't. Ooh, that seems pretty good right now. Not Faith Overdraw one. I don't think that really matters. Dude, you have 2 of them? What the hell is this? How do you have 2 of these things? What is happening? Like, that is not okay. That is not okay. Should have played around it, obviously. Well, we can clear these 2, but then this guy kills us. God damn it. C2 moment. Apparently, we're getting bodied here. You know what's funny is that Overdraw may have actually killed me. The Overdraw might have, like, legitimately killed me. So if I can't hit this with the Minotaur. Those will die. If I put this here, we heal to 11 and then die. I guess. The Pyromancer. Tutorial was clearly unfair on the side of the zombies. They have 6 health on their castle. I have 20 on mine. Clearly some sort of malice shown towards zombies here. Minnow moves twice. Okay. My 30th card is simply a battle squirrel. Perfect. The capstone. So the problem with you don't just attack twice from one spot. Yeah, but like it just dies by attacking twice though. Like I need to clear these 2 and clear this. Jesus, are you kidding me? Wait, do they get to act this turn? I don't think so, right? They get to act this turn. Wait, what? Why did you do that? Don't you just win? Are they throwing? Did they... I can't believe they almost... Like, they threw there. They should have just won, right? Because they just go face twice with the 2 things? Or does it give them charge? Does it give them charge and they couldn't hit face then? So, like, Minotaur means we don't die. But we don't get to do anything else. If we play Commodore and we get lucky, we could not die. But odds are we'll... I think we have to do this. They didn't have lethal, they can't move. Okay, it only reses, but they can't move right away. Fair. All right, that's why they didn't do it. Yeah, sorry, I got blown out by double Mordrinoth. I guess I just lose. Double Mordrinoth, like, really? All right, so clearly we need to lean heavier into more late game stuff, I think. We're at 8. I think we just lose. Oh, we could play this guy here. This is Cleave, though. All right, Flame Knight helps. This is just a body block, because I don't think they can walk through an inert thing. So it staves off some damage temporarily. Wait, I thought Cleave no longer hits castles. Oh, you know what? I think it doesn't hit castles on the first turn. So, like, that's been out there. Ah, they got me. Damn. First draft, not spectacular, chat. We didn't do great. We didn't do great. Best run, 2 of 7. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Oop. Get our packs to open. Yeah, that one turn, I don't... Oh, here's the guy that bodied me. The Perched Ambusher. This guy seems insane. But I guess the answer is just put a peasant on the board, you dummy. Right? Like that. That's the simple answer. School of Time. Savage Warlord. That guy looks pretty cool. The artwork. I mean, I don't know about the card. Another Merciless Santa. Alright, so what does Phoenix do? Last will, shuffle a 5/5 Reborn Phoenix that costs 0 into your deck. Oh, yeah, I remember that card. I don't think I've ever seen it played. I don't think I've ever seen it played. How do we... Oh, here we go. The interface changed a little bit. Election score. I'm covering it. So, chat, you know what we're doing. Well, I do want to look at the draft mode again, but I have to check out the dinosaurs. I got to check out the dinosaurs. So this now summons a 2/1 Raptor, which I don't know why it clarifies the stats on the Raptor, because the Raptor is a 2/1. So that seems redundant, but it is what it is. And then when you play this, you can get a dinosaur, which I think was the original text. It's a card behind it, but you get to look for a dinosaur. I think a pterodactyl changed. Obviously, Magmasaur changed. So you have a gap at 5. It used to require you to have a dino in play. True. Okay, so that's better. Although the body's worse. Sucks in draft, you can't look at what a card summons, like a card that summons 3 sunflowers, but I don't know what a sunflower is. Well, I can show you, but yes. That's a sunflower. So heal deck synergy. Transform all units into a random unit of the same type. So we saw this briefly before I loaded into a game. Somebody played this, and it looked like it only affected their stuff. Because I suddenly, like, they had a board, and then all of a sudden a bunch were Tyrannosaurs. I don't know why. Because it feels like this should also be affecting your opponent's board. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding it. I mean, if that's not how it works, that's fine. But I'm not clear on how that functions. I think it affects everything. Then maybe I just saw something weird there. All right, so... Oh, I have a... So I actually have a bunch of draft tickets left over from way back when I think everything was still in beta. Because they were on the Battle Pass and you could collect them for a while. But so we actually have several drafts, chat. So I think we're going to jump back in with draft, but I need to take a quick break. So what we're going to do is we'll just drop into a lobby. We'll put this game on. I'll be right back, chat. Do we know how many wins it takes, how many wins hits break even? I would have to imagine it's 4. It's got to be at least 4. But I don't know what the reward payout is. As far as like the scale, it just says that you get more rewards, but it doesn't say what the rewards are, as far as I know anywhere in client. We could try and keep track. So we'll jump in, we'll keep drafting. We'll probably, I guess, since I got draft tickets, we'll just draft all night, chat. So what do we want to start with? Pirates worked out okay. Now that I know we want to go towards later game stuff, I can understand it. Going with Warlocks, I kind of want to go Warlocks and hope we can get another Rakanoth, but like that's living the dream. Although my last opponent had 2 Mordranoth, so I don't know. Safe from your squirrels for now, fair. I don't know. Should I let chat decide? Should we let chat decide? Or we'll do that. We'll do it the fun way. Where is the button I'm looking for? There we go. All right, Jack, quick poll there. Let's see what people want me to do. So you got ninjas, you got pirates, you got warlocks. We'll let chat decide which one we're going to go with. Getting pushed into warlocks at the start. Took like 8 squirrel cards. Nice. Well, did you win your first game, Luffy? Did you squirrel them to death? It's funny because when I was playing Magic, this is going back years. Like, this is back in the 90s. Was it the 90s? Yeah, it was like 90... It would have been like 98, I think, was the Urza's block, I want to say. And that was the first introduction of squirrels as a card type, or a creature type, with Deranged Hermit. And then it eventually went on to be like a meme thing, but everybody loved it for tokens, and I think they, at some point, tried to lean into it and make them actually competitive. I have no idea what's going on. Well, you're going to learn. All right, looks like we're going Warlocks, chat. All right, so I got Warlocks. Secondary faction. I kind of want to go Vikings. I'm going to go Vikings. I'll let chat pick the primary. I'll go with the secondary. We'll go Vikings. I don't know if Frostblast got changed, but I think Flame Knight is the correct choice here, right? It's a Guardian. And we want to try and lean more mid to late game. It did get changed. Okay. Shuffle 2 items into your opponent's deck, and they cost 1 more. I think the Firemancer is just the right way to go, right? Frostblast is now 2 cost, deal 2 and Frostbite. That's not bad. It's not bad. School of Magic? Question mark? Mobster seems pretty solid. Iceweaver obviously gives us the new Frost version, or the new Frost spell. Add a random item to each player's hand. I don't know if I really want that. We're going to go with the Mobster. Go with the Mobster. Ooh, Dragonfire has to be good, right? Dragonfire has to be the option here. Give unit +2 attack, deal 2 damage to a random enemy? Okay, so enemy is where it could possibly hit the buildings, I think. Versus units. We're going to go with Dragon's Fire. I feel like that's just too good. Valkyrie? Yeah, I think Valkyrie's the choice here. Valkyrie's got to be the choice here. Ooh, War Elephant seems kind of nuts. But is that better than a second Dragonfire? Question mark? High-pitched end of the sentence? I'm going to go with the body. I really want the second Dragonfire, and that might be better, but... Oh, a fourth... What is Master at Arms? I don't know what Master at Arms does anymore. It's just a vanilla now? Because Master at Arms was the 3-2 for 2 that pings something when it comes in, right? I mean, it's just going to be a 4-3 now, since we won't get the War Cry. It has a War Cry, but it doesn't matter if you're just summoning. True. I'm going to take the Imp. I kind of want the Penguin, but we have literally no Frost right now. I got a shiny comment called Merchant's Favor. Is that a good thing or no? That's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. So they reworked and buffed a lot of cards. There's a lot of cards. So we talked about this before. Cards and Castles version 5. True. So hold on a second. We'll continue the draft momentarily. To be continued. But I did at the top of the stream talk a little bit about the changes, but there are an enormous, extensive amount of changes to cards and mechanics and things. We can talk again a little bit, and again, hashtag sponsored, but the cliff notes here are Castle's now 20 health instead of 25. A bunch of stuff got consolidated under the new keyword Uncover, so we saw that like on Velociraptor. It means look at 3 cards, add 1 to your hand. The new Viking keyword Shatter, which we see right here. The Ninja keyword Replace has been redesigned, so instead of bouncing the guy, it now just transforms the target into the Replace guy. So that was to address some silly loops, we'll say. Tombstone's got a rework again. I kind of like the new version. We'll have to see. Charging units cleave doesn't strike the enemy castle or supply depot on the same turn they're played. Big deal, presumably for whatever that big guy was. And then the supply depot now draws you a card from your own deck and has 5 HP. Now, there's obviously, this is not including any of the card changes, of which there were a ton. And we talked about this at the beginning, that I do like that they're changing things. Like, I like their willingness to be able to change things and say, hey, this is not the way we want it to go. We're going to shift directions. It is a very large departure from the way many other games do it. The Replace change was to address my fun. Did you do it again, Doc? Did you break another game? The thing for me is, I absolutely understand if you don't like the rapid changes or the quantity of changes or the way that the Cards and Castles 2 team is handling things, because I think it's cool. It is one of the reasons why I think it's cool is that many dev teams do not do this. It is very rare to see this level of change, let alone this often, especially with a officially launched product. This is not in beta. This is not in alpha. We're getting a lot of changes. So I think it's cool that they are doing this. They are taking a wildly different approach. But I understand why some people would bounce off of it, and it's not their thing. But it's pretty cool. You know, there were others doing it as well, but I was almost exclusively playing Wizard Ninja builds. I mean, that's fair. I think I'm going to take the Penguin. But we could take... This is Fire, which is relevant for 1 card. We're just going to take the Penguin. Maybe we'll get some Frostbite. Summon 10 gold worth of random units and activate their war cry. Okay, this is different. This is way different than that stupid spell thing. That spell thing is awful. I hate that thing. This is way different because getting bodies and their war cries. All right, we're taking that. Yeah, this Final Flash. I hate this card. Land Shark. You got changing a war cry. Gain charge if an enemy unit is damaged. Chat, we're looking. Are we gonna land shark somebody? No, we can't land shark him to death again. That was one of the funniest things. That was still like, we're not playing Final. No, I'm not taking Final Flash, Luffy. I refuse. No, I'm not gonna do it. I hate that card. Be careful about your early game. Yeah. We're at 11 cards. We still have plenty of cards to pick. We still got time to make up for it, but I hear you. When your turn ends, deal 5 damage to a random... Wait, what? Yeah, this is a wildly different card. Trick Wand also seems pretty good, just as removal, but we're going to take the Giant. 5 damage is a lot. Also, Acolyte seems really good. Okay, so here's Master at Arms. So this card did not change. We're actually going to take Master of Arms. I really like that card. I don't think we can pass up the Titan as much as I want to take the Drake. Okay, we did get a Rakanoth. Do we want Dark Matter instead? When your turn ends, summon a random 2-cost unit with Berserk. Wait, so Cassandra got nerfed. Does Ragnar Meek still... What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Random. Ragnar's a completely different card. Got it. We don't really have any way to leverage Ragnaroth. I hate to do it, but we're taking the Dark Matter. Blaze seems good. This got nerfed. This used to only be 4. Take another Flame Knight. Ooh, this seems... Another Rakanoth? I feel like we take this, though. Definitely Dancing Swords. Definitely Dancing Swords, I think. I guess Witch's Hut could be viable. Lightning Bolt, didn't this used to cost 3? Oh, because now it can't deal to anything. It's only a unit. Berserker seems pretty good, though. Do we want Berserker or Lightning Bolt? It's too bad that these are in the same pack. We're going to take the Bolt. Berserker's pretty solid. I think Berserker's really good, but I am a little worried now about my curve. This replaces itself, but we'll go with Frost Giant. It draws. Oof. I lean towards bodies. All right, we're going to be the double dragon guy. You're holding a frost spell. I don't think we even have any frost spells, so we're going to go with Flare. Shore up our early game. Do we want Lava Font? I think we'd rather have 2 Titans. We're 26 cards, though. Ooh. This is a draw engine? Chat, this... Oh, my God. Chat, this is so greedy. We're going to get bodied if anybody's playing anything aggressive. If you cast 3 or more lightning spells this game, get +3/+3. Yeah, so Ragnar is a wildly different card. I'm not sure I want it. I don't know that I want 3 10 costs, though. Like, our curve is so high. I think we have to take this guy. No, he's charged. So is he. I think we're taking Brynolf. Arctic Explorer. Uncover a Frost unit. This seems more valuable than the Prince. Ooh, Stego got reworked. I just noticed that. We're taking this guy. And I think we take Acolyte. So the Acolytes give us... I should have done a different castle. This one was bad luck. The Acolytes give us more flexible early game because they're going to probably 2-for-1. Unless they trade into a peasant, in which case that means our opponent's not pressuring us a ton. We'll throw all those back. Definitely don't want the high costs. Ooh, we get a little imp action. We can ramp out the Arctic Explorer if we want. Yo, this is so creepy. This skeleton avatar, I love it. All right, so we'll get this guy out. Deal 4 damage amongst enemies and summon a random 4. This got changed. This is so good. Well, it's 4 damage amongst enemies. Okay, so I take it back. This could be really good. You at least get a body. It's still random on random on random. Well, it's really only 2 randoms, but because it can hit the castle or the supply depot, which is obnoxious. Create a copy of another random card in your hand. That seems really good. That also got reworked. So we don't have a turn 3 play right now. We don't have a turn 4 play. So I'm going to hold this so that way we can ramp out the elephant or chaotic storm, I guess, which means we're just going to do this. A little sad, but it is what it is. There is the off chance that the imp connects with their supply depot and then we ramp chaotic storm and snipe the supply depot, but like, that's asking for a lot. That's asking for a lot of things to happen. That is very unfortunate. Huh, okay. We could have ramped this thing out and then just chosen something. Okay, so this no longer summons the drakes. And it's random. We don't really need the high drops. Like, when are we going to play this? I guess we could go Brynhoff or Titan into Lava Giant into this. Yeah, we'll take this. Look, we're going... It's greed time, chat. Greed Lord McSweaty Pants the Third. What the hell did you just do? Yo, I am not happy about that. Why would you do that to me? It makes me unhappy. Alright, so we'll War Elephant. It's time for a little Heffalumps and Woozles chat. Oh my god, are you serious? Our opponent's like curving the exact removal they need? Do we play this thing? I think we're going to. Land Shark. Imagine if it didn't kill this guy, and then this was able to kill him. Kill this. That would have been such a sick play. Not like I had anything to do with it, but it would have been sick. Alright, so they're just going to trade here, I guess. Yeah. It's kind of annoying. 6 resources, so we Brynhoff? Or do we do 2 of these? So you would trade here. Well, we could run and eat this, and then the Acolyte body blocks here. Or we could just play the Titan. If we put it here, it doesn't matter. We're just going to play the Titan. This means we still have this available. Because we could have played this, eat this, and then play the Acolyte back here, forcing them to either trade in this into the Acolyte or into this. Stop. It says shatter. That means they almost assuredly... Oh, they're just going to trade in. Okay, I was going to say they have to have the other thing. So if I Brynhoff this way, all targets take 3 damage. So I'd have to Brynhoff this way, right? Does it not work if they're right next to each other? Somebody in chat said no, so I'm assuming... Needs to be a space? Okay, that's good to know, and that's unfortunate that that's the case. Unfortunate for me, that is. So we could Wyvern Rider, kill these idiots, I guess. It's really only freezing that guy. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, because of the shatter. Forgot about that. That's pretty dope. Which means I probably should have left this guy here, because then I would have a better chance of connecting again. Now I'm almost assuredly not going to connect again. Well, we're definitely not now. So I definitely think I should have taken these guys in the draft. Like, these are pretty strong, it seems like. They're almost out of cards, but we're almost out of health. I know we're at 15, but this is not looking great. Are they playing around this right now? Because it feels like they're playing around this. We could send this in here. This might be better than doing the lava giant. Is it Acolyte? Yeah, it's probably Acolyte. Doofus. One of these has to trade for this unless they have removal, which is entirely possible that they do. They allowed me to duplicate an Ancient Arbor. How did that happen? First of all, how'd you dupe it? And second of all, what say did they have in it? Genesis? Nice. Alright, so they're clearing a bunch of our board. That's kind of upsetting. Ooh, Blaze. Do we 1-for-1 Blaze? Gotta go to sleep. Good luck on your draft. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Alright, so we probably Flame Knight into Blaze, right? I don't know if 1-for-1 Blaze is worth it, but they only have 2 cards in hand, so if we stabilize, we're just going to start dropping Haymakers every single turn. So the focus is just don't die. Operation, don't get dead. Oh my god, are you serious? Double Valkyrie? Make it stop. Did they spell kill any of my stuff? I legitimately don't think they did. This guy won't kill anything. He'll trade with that. I think we do this. This seems like the most appropriate one. Just buy us a little more time. Like I said, Operation Don't Get Dead. Oh, come on. Why do you have to have it too? Admittedly, we have several, but they don't know that. Shh, don't tell them, Chad. Don't tell them, Chad. Really? Equal to its health. Alright, so we could kill the Valk. Punch this doesn't do enough. I think that happens. I don't know if we Valkyrie here. I could have done this differently so that I was able to get a peasant on the board also. Because if I had played this first, I'd have 1 extra gold. And because the spell would have cost 1 less. So that was an error. I'd suggest a super cool, awesome play, but I just got the game not even 2 hours ago. There's a lot of cool things you can do in this game. Like, there's a lot of fun things. Frost World jump scare. Got him. You're still frostbitten? What did you do? Oh, the Frost World. I was looking at chat. Like, I didn't even know what happened. So we can punch this guy into there. We could... It feels like this is the correct thing to do. I just don't... Okay, so we did actually get some of this stuff. So you go here. You here? It seems silly to do that, but I'm trying to keep the board clear so that Lava Giant will hit what we want. Or more likely to hit what we want. They have 3 cards still. Dwarven Blacksmith seems really good. Like, really good. Sure. My guy, why do you have so much stuff? I mean, you don't have so much stuff anymore, and in fact, lol. Alright, so you go here. Frost Blast. You go here. Kill that guy. This has to be the game, right? Like, we have to win from here. If we don't win from here, there's something horribly wrong. Also, it's amusing to me that this Yenneroth is so tiny. Because it got powered down. He's just a little guy. He's just a little baby dragon. He's just a little creature. I think we're actually going to dancing... No, we don't want a dancing swords. No, we can hypothermia. What am I saying? We'll just hypothermia this guy out of the way. Play this. Play a Lava Giant. And then tag something for 5. Oh yeah, it has Berserk. I forgot about that. I totally forgot. Oh my god, dude. Stop. That's like the 3rd Frost World this game. It's like the 3rd Frost... Also, my opponent played around this the entire game, so I probably should have been suspecting that they had their own. Face is the place. This thing seems really good and constructed. Maybe I'm wrong. But it seems pretty good. Yeah, if you punch here, there's a good chance that this idiot punches the Gorgon. GG. Alright, we're starting off the same way we did last time, chat, but I actually feel less confident in this deck than I did in the previous one. I think we're a little too Greedlord in this deck. A little too Greedlord McSweaty Pants. With, like, a million cards that cost $10,000. So hopefully, if you're in my Discord, if you're not, ! Discord in the chat, but hopefully the notifications went out this time, because somebody was saying that they did not receive notifications. But I get the sense, this actually isn't bad. We're going first. I get the sense the person who reported that was, said they didn't get a notification. I think they just turned off the everyone in my server. So it's like, well, if you turn off notifications, guess what? You don't get notifications. I know. Shocker. I think if you put an Ice Dragon and a Lava Monster close together, they wouldn't get together well enough. I feel like I feel like that's a movie. Isn't it? I didn't cook with that message. I don't know if you're trying to make a pun out of that observation or not. Like, I don't know where you're going with this. Halls of Frost. This is a pretty cool avatar, too. The one they have. But I can't give up my dino nest. This is a baby dino. It's adorable. I was about to say I don't remember drafting Polar Bear, but it came from the Halls of Frost. It's a frost beast. That actually just sounds cool. But first of all, polar bears are nightmare monsters. Modern science struggles in understanding what I try to say sometimes. Fair. All right, so here we're in the weird spot with the Acolyte. I think we still commit the Acolyte to the board. All right, we got an Ice Weaver. So this guy can remove the Peasant, but I really don't want to spend a card to do that. I'd rather just, like... Honestly, they probably chase my Peasant, my Acolyte around the board. This could be very bad. And, like, this is... I can't hide from this now. I guess I could go here and body block. Or we can just do this. Which may be what they want. This is actually a funny threat, because this can immediately crack the supply depot. This is so weird and kind of comical. This will force them to trade in, I think. I really just want the Frost Blast. I don't really see a need for the body at this stage. Also, if we hold on to the Frost Blast, this buffs the Polar Bear, so... Are your cards shared along all of your decks? Now that I asked, I should probably test it out instead. I assume you're asking, like, if you put a card in one deck, can you use it in another? And if that's the case, then yes. Just took a look at all the cards that I have, and I now need to delete and rework all my decks. Also, Frostbite decks seem even more terrible to deal with. Frostbite seems like it got buffed, I'm not gonna lie. Also, Sniped. Get wrecked, nerd. Chat, and we can curve into the Polar Bear? Get wrecked! Polar Bear hunting him down. Kind of like polar bears in real life. Did you know, chat, that polar bears are the only documented animals that actively hunt humans? Yes, I think. I remember hearing that years ago. Like, actually, when I say years ago, I mean, like, when I was a kid. So, like, I don't actually know if that's true, but it's one of those things that just seemed to make so much sense at the time that I'm like, yeah, that tracks. All right, so we get Brynhoff. Punch this guy into the fish. Get wrecked, nerd. Yo, we are just crushing this guy right now. We are just crushing this guy right now. Rager 9291. I hope you can manage to maintain your calm. So I'm going to Drake, give it a charge. Yes, I do know that, and it's due, I think, to global warming. No, I think it's just because polar bears are a menace. I mean, don't get me wrong. Global warming is a problem, and in particular for polar bears, but I'm pretty sure they have always hunted humans. Because polar bears are just horrifying nightmare creatures. Like, you do not you really do not want to mess with a polar bear. All right, so we can clear everything if we wanted. So we do it this way, so that way the imp can't get the buff from this. Oh, nice. Wait, it moved. I didn't know it moved the castle. I didn't know it could move the castle. Actually, I think I did know that and I forgot. Ah, about that. All. Yeah, you could punch the castle. That is... Yeah, about that. Big, fluffy, and looks like a pillow, ideal nightmare creature. Yeah, the polar bear is the mimic of the natural world. You lay down, you think it's just a pillow. It's actually teeth and claws and death. Yeah, you can move the castle. Yes, thank you. No! They exploited our weakness. It did activate our Drake, though. So I think this is a visual bug. Like, it should not... The reminder text should be above all the cards. Unless they're doing this on purpose. Maybe they're doing this on purpose and they think it looks cool. I would prefer if it were above the cards. Yeah, Sorry, buddy. That was not your game. We lucked out on all the randoms. We lucked out on the curve. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Seems okay, chat. Seems okay. Music's catchy. It's a bop. What do you think so far, chat? What do you think of the update? I know I asked before, but, like, it's fun. Like, this is funny. Oh, we got the Frosty one? All right, that's going back. This gives us some early game control if things get really out of hand. We can ramp this out. Or we could go... I think we want to keep the Mobster. I don't think we wanted to mulligan into Yenneroth, though. That's less than ideal. That is not how I anticipated that mulligan would go. All right, opponent passes turn 1. That's fine. We will pass. We're not going to ramp out Master at Arms. We're not that aggro. So I don't think we ramp this out if they do nothing or they do something unthreatening. I think we instead Peasant. And that's a 3-2. This guy's a 2-3, so he would trade there anyway. Land Shark. I think we just body block. Next turn, ramp out the Mobster. Hope that we can get 2 cards. If we can get 2 cards out of the Mobster, that would be bonkers. Even if they're not good cards, just... If you had a guy that said, it's a 4-4 for 4, draw 2 cards when you play it, you would run that card, right? That seems like a pretty solid card. Admittedly, it's different because if it was draw 2 cards, you knew what was in your deck, and, like... There's a lot of ways in which it's better, but especially because in draft, it's not necessarily, oh, well, you know every card in your opponent's deck is going to be good or they wouldn't play it. Here in draft, it's like, well, their deck might just be cheeks. We could Master at Arms, but I want to ramp out the Mobster. So they can get the supply depot. I think what I should have done was put this here because I really want to kill this idiot. I don't think we can let this thing stay because elusive is pretty dangerous. This we can pick off whenever. I don't think it's worth like punching one and then trying to maybe get the other. I think we just poke one of them, remove it, and then... In fact, we could probably clear their board depending on what they play. If they play a 3 or less health unit, we can bolt it, eat the bird, Master at Arms this, and then we have a pretty solid board position. Alternatively, we could Arctic Explorer into something. Wait, what? Ooh, all right. All right, I see you. It's still dead, but that's kind of annoying. Punch the crap out of that guy. Killer Monkey. That's actually really annoying. So we'll bolt Master at Arms. Killer Monkey. So didn't this used to have Elusive? I think it was like a 1-2 with Death Strike and Elusive. An incredibly obnoxious card. Now it's less obnoxious. Now it's just Death Strike. Assuming that was the old text. I don't, like I said, I kind of forgot. Dad, I forgot how much I enjoy the art style of Cards and Castles. Although Land Shark feels a little out of place compared with some of the other art. Like, this seems like... I was going to say photorealistic, but... No, it was just a 1-2 with Death Strike? Okay. Oh, there's the monkey. I guess we kill this, eat this, move the monkey up, and then continue. This is going to die anyway, so we'll just trade there, get a card. Played exactly 2 other cards this turn. Deal 5... Oh, amongst enemies. Okay, amongst. I was like, wait a minute. That seems busted. Draw some cards. Draw some more cards. Costing 1 or less. There's a world in which this grows. We're going to take the Lich, only because I don't anticipate this thing surviving. I guess we could put a Peasant on the board, but, like, I don't know. Me seeing the Landshark card art, I went, whoa. Me seeing the Landshark in the field, I went, oh. Yeah, but were you here, Scrungle? One of the first times that I streamed Cards and Castles 2. This is a lot of patches ago. And I was just playing Landsharks. And they used to have, they would go berserk if something was damaged. And I ended up killing somebody with both of my Landsharks just going face. Because I'm like, oh, well, now that this thing's damaged and this happened, like, we'll be able to get them in a couple turns or whatever. But they just berserked and they both went face and just lit the guy up. It was hilarious. It was one of the funniest moments I've had on stream ever of any game. What was this card? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Honestly, I think I want to keep the monkeys. Because if they ever play anything threatening, they're just dead, whereas the other guy's just a body. So we could go Landshark, whatever. But I think we want to go War Elephant. I was not there, but it sounds funny. The clip is probably still on Twitch. I think did I put it on YouTube? I don't know if I put that clip on YouTube or not. If I still have it on Twitch, I should go back and do it. Dude, why do you have so many killer monkeys? I got 3 cards in hand. Ugh, that is less than ideal right now. We can do the same thing, though. I know this seems a little weird. But I wasn't sure where some of these things would end up. So I wanted to secure that those were not going to interact. Because, like, there was a chance that she doesn't hit the monkey, and then that just kills, like, the elephant or something, which we wouldn't want. And then, obviously, we want her frostbitten, because, you know, we don't want to get punched. That sucks. Did get Mr. Miyagi out of it, though. So Call of the Wild looks like it got nerfed. I think it costs more now. Yo, we should thirst for battle, chat. We'll thirst for battle action. I'm going to draw a card first. Wait, what? This thing is just straight up direct damage? That is sick. Yeah. I think you did. GG. Death Strike was the thing that just murders anything the card touches, right? I had 2 bunnies just berserking around the field, killing everything a bit ago. Yes, there is a bunny with Death Strike and Berserk in Druids. And yes, that is absolutely what it does. And it's hilarious. That's why the Beast deck runs... Like, you can get some funny scenarios where you can copy a bunch of cards in your hand or in play or whatever. And I had games where I had an army of killer rabbits where it was... I think I copied it 4 or 5 times. So you end up with like 8 or 9 rabbits or something. It was pretty silly. Admittedly, this was a few patches ago. I don't know if you can actually do that anymore. I mean, I'm sure you can copy it somewhat, but I don't know how much. We'll see what we can do now, chat. Let's see what we got. So, Greedlord McGreederson III. Greedlord McSweaty Pants V. So far, so good. We're going second. I kind of want to be able to ramp into the mobster, but we need to find our early game stuff, so I'm going to send everything back. If we had kept the mobster and drew these 2, we would have been fine, but we have other things, like popping this guy out early could be really good. I'm not going to dark matter this. That's just extreme. See, the thing is that this means we're probably not going to be able to interact with the... Ooh, he's going face. All right. Ooh, that's a lot. All right, we're going to ramp out the Acolyte, I think. What is this? What is this penguin avatar? What is happening to this guy? That's not right. That's not right. Face is the place, chap. So they can just shoot this guy and then Frostbite the follow-up. Okay, this is legitimate aggro. We're going to bolt this guy. This trades into one of them. That penguin looks like a skateboard. I guess that's one way to look at it. I really don't want to dark matter this guy. I really don't want to dark matter that guy, but our opponent did not have to really... Well, they spent cards, but they were able to replace them. So they... Literally every guy they played replaced themselves. Maybe I need to dark matter this guy. This is going to be a problem. An enemy unit is damaged. We will land shark. I'm taking my life in my hands. I don't know how much direct damage, like actual face damage they could have out of this. I maybe should have played the land shark in front to body block the peasant, because I get the sense that literally every damage point is going to matter. Wow. So they have 2 removals and an unknown that they got off of the cleave guy. Do I blaze this? We don't have another play on this turn, so I might as well blaze it. That feels really bad, let me tell you. But again, I don't know how concerned I need to be about my life total right now. So I could punch this guy and send it back to the beginning of time. I think is unfortunate. Like, I could punch it here, but then it's able to go face. Is that better? And we just trade here. This buys me a little bit of time. As far as that guy interacting, I mean, now we'll probably thirst for battle depending on what they do. We need them to just take a turn off, like just chill, guy. Oh my god, another one. I think we gotta do this. Oh, we don't have enough gold. Damn it. Why did I think we had enough? I could dark matter and almost die. Alright, it's clearly Titan time. It's a money issue. True. Big true. Isn't everything, Scrungle? Isn't everything? Dark matter at all, you know you want. I probably should have used it sooner. I don't know what the hell they just played. Friend of Dragons. Add 2 random drakes to your hand. Drakes. 0, +1/+1, and char. Great, so they're going to kill this guy. Oh my god, really? Get out of here. Come on. Wait, how many drakes did... How does this work? Oh, just played this turn. Okay. Okay, so we can't Dragonfire yet. Thirst for battle may or may not keep us alive. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're dead on board. We're dead on board most likely, no matter what. We could Titan and then pop this guy, maybe? And pray? If we do this, there's no... It's a 1-3 to hit the guy we need. Actually, it's way less than that. I mean, it's got to be Titan, right? If they can remove the Titan, we were dead no matter what. This looks like a wee bit of a loss. This is like the opposite of what happened in the previous game. Our opponent's doing to us what we did to the other guy. Thirst for battle. Alright, so that's 7, 8, 9. Like, it's still not lethal. Yet. Wait, didn't they use those? I guess they still had one. Never mind. You got him. It is lethal. GG. Alright, we can't lose again, chat. We are 1 win above where we did in the first run, so there is that. There is that. I'm enjoying drafting this game. I always like drafting formats. If I had my choice of limited formats, also this hand, this might be okay. How many wins are you supposed to get in drafts? I don't know. I don't know. Luffy was asking about where the break-even point is. I'm assuming it's 4. The max amount of wins you can get is 7. So it would logically make sense that it's 4. But I don't know. I don't know if that's written anywhere. What I was saying is that if I had my choice, I would draft over, say, sealed pretty much every day. I hate sealed deck. I'm not a big limited person. I much prefer constructed. I think it is the superior format for a variety of reasons, but I can't begrudge anybody who prefers limited. And there's definitely some advantages to the limited format. I really like this card. I like your funny words, Magic Man. I do what I can. So we could eat this and live. But then it's probably going to die to like a flare, which feels bad. So one mistake I think I made in the previous game is I think I should have more aggressively played the Acolyte to like body block, because at the end of the day, even if they trade with the Peasant, I get a body, and in this case, I get a 3/4. Like, it's not bad. It's a 3/4 that did 1 damage when it came into play. Are you gonna kill this thing somehow? What just happened? I don't even know what you played. Like, literally no idea what you played. And apparently, like, it healed, but... Alright, so we kill one of them and then run the mobster out. There's an argument for the Ice Weaver. Like, run in, Ice Weaver, nuke something. Like the remaining guy, but I think the mobster's more important. This thing has been a little disappointing, but I feel like it's got to be. I don't know. I think the scenarios just haven't quite come up for it. All right, we get 1 card. We get 2 cards out of this? No way. That can't possibly have been your best play. There's no world in which that's your best line. That can't be true. To be fair, we don't have a great line either. Peasant on the board. We'll hold this as a shock value thing. Surprise them with it. Dude, you're taking a turn off? Wow, how bad is your hand? It's got to be terrible. We could have also drawn a card, but I have to imagine playing this is the better option. Notably, this doesn't have Cleave anymore. I think this used to have Cleave. I think it was Guardian Cleave before. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but I don't know if my code is still active, hence the hashtag sponsored. But if you just started out, try the code RTchomp. Possibly get yourself some packs. I don't know if it's still active. It's from a previous sponsored stream. I mean, sponsored tonight, but sponsored previously for a different stream. And they gave me that code. I don't know if it still works. You can try it. Can't hurt, right? All right, so we can pop this guy. We can jump through some hoops to kill this guy. Or we just do this. We just take the 6. This is, we have a stray mana, so we might as well get this, or a stray gold. Plus they're at 9. And they took 3 turns off, basically. Okay, so this does affect 100% of units. What was that guy? Yeah, GG. They needed a miracle there. I don't even know what they could have gotten. Like, literally no idea what they could have gotten there that would have gotten them out of it. All right, we got 4 wins, chat. Maybe it's a break-even point. I don't know. I'm also still unclear on exactly how much it costs to initiate a draft, because I had all those spare draft tickets. Shout out to former me, who remembered to make sure I got all the draft tickets I could. Past me did a good job. All right, we got Vikings, Necros. We redraw back into the Land Shark. Land Shark. I really love this guy. I really love this guy. He's fun. the impressive peasant turn 2 play. I don't really want to flare this thing, but I might. I think we will. I think we will just to maintain board position since our deck is so greedy. Code still works? Sweet. Well, congrats on your packs. I'll have to remember to put that in the description. Oh, this guy. That guy could be a problem. We actually, no, we can kill him right now. Shark's going to smell blood in the water. I don't want to risk that thing hanging out and suddenly being very, very dangerous. Plus, trading the peasant in, yeah, it's a 2-for-1 sort of, but, like, who cares? It's not a real card. Got to dupe Brynhoff? Well, congrats on your crafting materials. There's crafting in this? Yeah. Unless they removed it in the update and I didn't notice or something. Yeah, you can crunch cards and then craft other ones. Alright, so they're going to trade in for value here, it looks like. I could blaze. Do we blaze this board? I think I'd rather advance the elephant. I think I'd rather advance the elephant. If they want to trade in both of those cards for the shark, shark has gotten the value right now. That means it gets, like... I mean, it's not a 3-for-1 because both of those guys replace themselves. How many cards do they have in hand? 8. Alright, so they're not going to, like, max out. So that's a little annoying. If they drop something that's big, then the war elephant's not going to get a lot of value. I don't know if that was the right play, but it was funny. Just punch that guy into his castle. This guy is really funny. Like, the idea of you hit something just so damn hard that you knock it flying, like, comic book style through a wall. He doesn't mean to hurt you. He's just spiky. So we're in a pretty good position here. We can continue to apply pressure with Blaze and Dancing Swords if they do anything. Obviously, if they play something that we can't really effectively deal with, we'll just Dark Matter it. And them using damage-based removal to kill the elephant is probably not the position they want to be in. Admittedly, now our board looks way less impressive, but take what you can get. If they decide not to do anything, we're just going to drop a Titan and move on. Yeah, like that can't be what you want to do right now. Thirst for battle, let's go. Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm already imagining a play where I use Veil of the Assassin to buff an enemy, then I can attack that enemy with a unit that has a death effect. I don't know if that's smart at all, but it sounds cool. It 100% will come up in a game, and it will be the correct play. That sort of thing does separate good players from great players, where you can find those lines. Like, the edge cases will be a big deal. It matters. Alright, so I think we just thirst for battle rather than remove this guy right now. We don't have a frost card. We got a lot of crap off of this. Like, that's a lot of trash. We don't have any heal cards to help these guys. The polar bear, because of the timing, like, I could have Halls of Frost and then done it, but... Oh, that's obnoxious. We kept this guy, though. Kept this guy. And if they play a singular large thing, we can just dark matter it. That's a Reaper. So they probably got 2 things. Oh, we're just going to blaze here. Yeah, we're going to blaze. We'll blaze. This guy's a 4-3 now. Okay, mistakes may have been made here. All right, so we mastered arms. This out of the way. Excuse me. Sunflower clears here. We get in here. And we'll Halls of Frost. I don't know why the Halls of Frost was cheaper. What's better, having all the cards ever in your deck or having a few for a certain strategy than getting in like 3 filler cards? What? Do you mean for draft? I don't know how hyperbolic you're being when you're saying having all the cards ever. Because I can tell you right now, I 100% would not... Like, if you're saying being literal, no, I would never want all the cards ever in my deck. Like, there's almost never a situation where that is the correct thing. I'm just going to dark matter this guy. Just in general, I'm not being literal. I would rather have a more focused strategy pretty much every time. There's a world in which we die to this just getting played. It is not this world. GG! We got there. 5 wins, chat. We gotta go 2-0, and then we max out the wins for this run. Not bad. Not bad. So, Greedlord, McSweaty Pants, the 17th. Focus the strategy, then fill in other cards with anything that has a keyword draw. Pretty much. That Doc is on point. Bone Dragon jump scare? True. Not scary enough, though. Lore Master Tarius. You know, that first run we had that guy, I don't think we saw a single legendary from him. Trick Wand is actually a pretty good thing to find. Also, it's funny when the mods post in chat, because it looks like the bot is talking. Which is funny to me. Alright, we're just going to poke face with this. We'll go here. I was thinking about putting it up here, because then you could also threaten the supply depot, and by threaten, I mean, like, in 5 turns I'll kill it, which is stupid. It's not actually 5 turns. It's less than 5 turns. That's a shield runner. I think we're going to Acolyte here. Acolyte will trade. There's an argument instead to do the Arctic Explorer, but I don't want him to randomly buff it and then kill our Cleave guy. And again, I don't care. Like, alright, fine. You kill the Peasant. Set me back a little bit, but not much. Chad, I was going to end the stream, but we're so close. Because, like, I'm over time now. But I want to see how this run ends. Maybe famous last words. Alright, so Sniper or Guardian. That's annoying. I guess we could kill the Guardian. Do we have to bolt one of the snipers? Kinda do now. Kinda do now. Ooh, wait, do we have a frost spell right now? We don't. The bolt is not a frost spell. We're gonna go with the Lich. Oop, wrong thing. We'll bolt one of these. So I don't know how the squirrel works if they're next to each other. They could move out and snipe. The human urge to play the game all night? True. They didn't change how heal works, so I think my Druid Necro and or the Fallen will still work. Change it how? Like, what were you expecting, Doc? I don't remember. Isn't Anvor the Fallen the one where it's like every time you heal, you deal damage instead or something? Okay, so even if they're directly adjacent, the sniper will get it. So that's kind of annoying. But turns my heal spells into burn spells, yeah. But what would they change about healing that would change that? Dragon Eclipse, I think, is a new card. So all heal spells become burn spells. Yeah, but that was how it always worked, wasn't it? What am I missing here? Because that feels like, yeah, that's both how it works and how it always worked. I'm just going to cleave those two guys. In general, they nerf burn target in the castle. That is true, but that's a very particular deck, and you have to hit your one of legendary. So, like, it's fine. I think it's probably fine. I got Dragon Eclipse from one of the packs. Real fun. Nice. Oh my god. These 187 bodies. Stop. We'll just... Guardian. Or Titan, rather. I mean, he is a Guardian. This guy is just enormous. A 4/8 is huge. He also looks like he's surfing in the middle of a blizzard in the art. Just saying. There's a killer rabbit. That thing's got to go. We're gonna... Oh, no, you have Berserk! I was gonna say I'll Trick Wand it, but I can't. I can't. Alright, we'll go here. Yeah, but the rest of the deck is heal spells and removal, so living to turn 30 isn't that hard. I mean, yes, but if it's literally the 30th card in your deck, even if it's not, if it's like in the last 10, I don't know, you'd have to tell me whether you can turn the game around from there. Does he count, like, say you play Earth Knight, does he count for that too? Because it's non-targeted. Or does it have to be a spell? I don't know how Anvor's written off the top of my head. If there's something in the card art, it is guaranteed that if it's a unit, that unit is going to look like they swallowed a fridge. What? This squirrel doesn't. Yeah, you have to not heal your castle post-Anvor. Okay. So you only want targeted stuff, because otherwise you run the risk of, I guess, burning yourself. They only killed my stuff with bodies, I think. Unfortunately. So our Valkyrie isn't doing anything. Game? There we go. I guess I could have positioned... Nah, because it would have... I was trying to avoid this thing just dying to Lore Master, but it's probably going to happen anyway. A squirrel swallowed a really, really small fridge. Fair. Wizard. Alright, so we get a Frost spell. That's helpful. We get a Hypothermia. That's also helpful. Ooh. Alright. Guy's got a lot of value engine stuff going on. But since he's not killing my stuff with spells, this may just be a 7/5 with charge. Alright, Lava Giant matters, so we need to clear bodies. So that we don't have to worry about as much stuff. So you. 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 We could Dark Matter something, but then that activates the dragon, so I don't really want to do that. Alright, that went face. That's less than ideal. Alright, at least he punched that guy. The reason it matters is that we were able to... we didn't just take damage here and let him die. Of course, they make the wizard card art a wizard pondering some sort of orb. What did you want it to be? Like that. That absolutely makes sense. Alright, that's super obnoxious. Where is this going to land? Because they're berserked, so, like, they now have an advantage. Especially because they have more bodies. Alright. Not where I wanted that to go. Yeah, not where I wanted that to go. I'm trying to get something off of this freaking Valkyrie, but I just don't know that we will. Alright, so we're just going to yen her off. It's my next Frost spell, so it's not until end of turn. I'm going to wait, because we're going to Frost Whirl, which will unlock this guy, so we want that to do something else too. Nah, that's unfortunate. I never said I wanted to be anything else. It's just a common meme that wizards like pondering an orb or two. I mean, they gotta do their magical artifact thing. Alright, our opponent still has 1 billion cards. They have way too many cards. I don't like it. Too many cards. Purged Ambusher. Why is this card a thing? This is quickly becoming my most hated card ever. Like, real talk. I hate this card. Also, this thing is gonna body me. Well, we cleared the board, but at what cost? Yo, Ardell Papa gifting a tier 1 sub to Talarian. Sweet. Welcome to this lunatic circus that is Random's Thoughts. This is Cyber Bob. Welcome. Much appreciated. The dev. Shout out to the devs. I wasn't lying when I said hashtag sponsored chat. I was not fibbing. For the rest of the game, deal 1 damage to all enemies whenever you... What? Get out of here. All right, chat. This may be our other loss. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. This is not looking great. So we could trade... I don't know if this is really a good play. I don't know if I like this, but we're doing things, chat. There's a world in which we can win this. I don't know if it's this world. Glad to see your stream up. Thank you. Just got home. Working hard on the update. Wizards love their magical artifacts. Okay, I tried taking a Dark Mage's Shadow Orb one day, and the guy cursed me for life. Those guys are fiends. Well, I mean, why are you taking that? That's not nice. Wait, what did they just do? I'm looking at chat. Looking at the, that must have been because he got a random healing spell, because I didn't see him play one. Ugh. Dude, so much removal. All right. The good news is we can Valkyrie something back now. We Valk here, right? We Blaze, that doesn't do anything. All right, let's Valk. Get the mobster. He can't attack this turn yet, though. You probably just have to punch this, right? We could Dark Matter, but I don't... Do we want to do that? We're in a Dark Matter here. So the reason that I'm doing it is this means this has to trade into the Valkyrie. This can't do it, and this is too far away to hit the castle. They still have so many cards, though. They might just be able to go face. Like, there was a world in which they just buff this thing, and annihilate me. This is really bad. This is real bad. Eek. As I've... Yeah, this is a yikes moment. It's a big ol' yikes. You get a card. We got a Grave Knight. How the hell do you have that in your hand? How'd that even happen? The Grave Knight's kind of a big deal just because of the Guardian. Stall for time. Staying alive. 2 health, chat. There are some Crusader cards that can go face. From what I recall. There are some Crusader cards that can go face. I can never leave my castle now. Oh, no. No. Okay, so wait. Squirrels have sniper. Can they... Does that bypass Guardian? Cannot be attacked, so no. Right, you're just going to kill this, because you kind of need to. Do this. That's not bad. We gotta just body block. We're only gonna get 1 card off of this, but I think that's it's important to just not die. Maldran, dude. Maldran, just... Is this secretly Luffy's alt? Because Luffy said he drafted a Maldran. They have Berserk. Here's the Grave Knight. Which is also notably a knight. Oh, that's what they got it off of, because they had the one thing that's like, get a random knight, right? This is so obnoxious. Dude, stop hitting the Guardian! Stop hitting the Guardian! Stop! That is so obnoxious. That is so obnoxious. If they hit the Guardian, it's game over, chat. Didn't hit the Guardian. We live for now. The dream is alive, chat. The dream is alive. Last will you... Wait, what? Oh, because the thing hit... Oh, my God! The night thing got us. Also, they reworked... whatever that thing was. I forget what it's called. We're doing so good. We got bodied in the first loss. That one felt a lot closer. But the night thing crushed us. I clicked through too fast, so I will have to go look at the VOD to see what the reward was. I accidentally clicked too fast. Oh my God. That was fun, chat. That was fun. We'll save the packs for next time, but I think that's going to do it for tonight. So I appreciate everybody that came out. Definitely a lot of fun playing Cards and Castles 2 once again. If you haven't already, go ahead and use the RTchomp code. Get yourself some packs. At least you have a chance at it. Because it is kind of a beginner code thing. So If you already used some of those, you won't be able to get it. But I know some people already had some success tonight. Definitely have a lot of fun. I want to play some more around, play around more with the draft mode. Definitely really cool. I'm liking the changes that have come in. I'm enjoying trying to learn all this stuff. There's a lot of new things to do in Cards and Castles too. So definitely check it out. Hope people had some fun tonight. We're going to see if we can get this on stream more. I want to get this on stream more. But like I said, that's going to do it for tonight. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And tune in next time for more Random Slots.